Welcome back to The Wise Guy. Today we're diving into the upcoming by-election into Cloverdale, Langley City, where voters will decide on December 16, 2024, who will represent them in Canada's House of Commons. This by-election may seem like just another vote to fill a vacant seat, but it holds a much deeper significance. It's a litmus test, a sign of the times, and a strong indicator of how Canadians are feeling about the direction of our country under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government. Let's first rewind to the last general election on September 20th, 2021. Trudeau's Liberals secured another minority government, but in the years since we've seen voter sentiment shift. Discontent with the federal government has been growing, and we've seen that discussion reflected in the results of recent by-elections and ridings across Canada. In many of these elections, voters in ridings previously considered Liberal strongholds have shown a willingness to explore alternative parties. We've seen the Conservative Party, the NDP, and even smaller parties gain traction in areas that were once solidly Liberal. This trend speaks volumes about the state of Canadian politics today. People are feeling unheard and dissatisfied with the Liberal government's leadership, decisions, and policies. Now, with Cloverdale, Langley City up for grabs, we have another chance to see how voters feel about Trudeau's leadership. The timing and significance of this by-election could hardly be more critical. Voters here will likely see this as an opportunity to express their discontent, and this outcome could send a message back to Ottawa. So why this riding? Cloverdale, Langley City is no stranger to political swings. It's a diverse community with a mix of urban and suburb perspectives, families, business owners, and a range of socio-economic backgrounds. It's a microcosm of the broader Canadian population. In 2021, this riding leaned towards the Conservatives, but each election cycle shows the political landscape there can change quickly. Prime Minister Trudeau's decision to announce this by-election set the stage for an important moment. Whether he intended to or not, this by-election has become a stage for Canadians' frustration with Liberal policies. Issues such as high inflation, concerns over immigration policies, and what some call government overreach have all contributed to growing dissatisfaction with the federal Liberal Party. Voters feel that their concerns are not being addressed and that their voices aren't being heard. Across the country, we hear complaints about the Liberal government's handling of economic issues. People are feeling the squeeze as inflation drives up costs on everything from housing to food, and many are questioning if the Liberals have done enough to support the middle class. Cloverdale, Langley City is no exception. Residents are experiencing these same pressures and likely to voice their opinions at the polls. Then there's the lack of accountability. Mainly Canadians are frustrated with the federal government's perceived lack of transparency and accountability. Scandals, policy missteps, and what seems as a lack of direction has created an environment ripe for political change. All eyes are now on December 16th. There are few possible outcomes in Cloverdale, Langley City, each with its own message for Ottawa. Outcome 1. If the Conservatives Canada wins, it will confirm a trend we've seen in recent by-elections. It would be a clear indication that Canadians are moving away from the Liberals and looking for a party that promises economic stability and strong leadership. Such an outcome could signal the potential for a larger Conservative wave in the next general election. Outcome 2. If the Liberals manage to retain the seat, it would suggest that while voters may be frustrated, they're not quite ready to abandon the Liberal Party altogether. Trudeau could interpret this as a sign that his policies will resonate with a portion of the electorate. Outcome number 3. The NDP makes a strong showing, possibly even winning the seat. This could signify shift, suggesting that progressive movements voters are looking for alternatives within the left-leaning spectrum. dissatisfied with the Liberals but unwilling to move to the Conservatives. Finally, outcome 4, a strong showing for a smaller independent or new party could indicate that voters are ready to explore entirely new options, further challenging the traditional party structure. This by-election isn't about just filling a vacant seat. It's a barometer, a measure of the national mood, and a sign of things to come. Cloverdale, Langley City's election results will serve as an important signal for the major parties, especially as we head towards what could be a pivotal general election in the next couple of years. As we count down to December 16th, remember that this election is more than a local matter. It's a movement for voters in Cloverdale, Langley City to speak on behalf of Canadians everywhere who are feeling disillusioned and dissatisfied with the current state of affairs. Will they choose to support the current government, or will they look for a new direction? This by-election could be a wake-up call for the Liberals, or it could reinforce their mandate. Either way, Cloverdale, Langley City is a spotlight, and their voices will be heard. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to The Wise Guy for more insights on politics, current events, and how